Now, hey everyone, I'm Jeff Cohen, and welcome to our podcast today. I'm here talking with Garry, CEO of SenseLinks. Rob's company does an amazing job at a few things, but one of the key areas he's finding companies need today are in monitoring and managing their assets, people, vehicles, and other aspects of property. Today, we're going to talk about the hospitality industry because there's some new laws going into effect, and his company is on the forefront of helping those businesses. Hey, Rob, welcome to the call.
Hey, Jeff, thank you.
So, what can you tell us about these new laws, Rob?
Yeah, what I can tell you is how they started was, one of the things we all know is that sexual harassment in the workplace is a major issue across all industries, right? But what we found in the hospitality industry is more than 50% of women in that industry have experienced some form of sexual harassment. And what really led to these ordinances and laws is the fact that a percentage of these have actually resulted in sexual assault. So it got local cities and full states to put into new laws to protect workers who are alone with other customers.
Wow, that's crazy. What kind of requirements do these laws have?
So what these requirements do is they focus on employees that are alone in guest rooms, restrooms, and other places where they're alone with customers. And what it has, the laws have actually said they have to have some type of like a panic button type device that they can push a button and get immediate help. So if they're alone, they're never fully alone and in danger.
Gotcha. So I'm sure there's a bunch of different features and functions people want to have when they get one of these systems, and there's probably a bunch of systems out there to look at. What are the really important features that you want to make sure that they're looking for?
So that's the most important question, Jeff. Number one, I would say that you want to have something that's really quick and easy. One push button is what we recommend, right? Because what happens is when you're in a panic situation, you're in a hotel room and you feel like you're in peril. If you have to use like a phone and put in a code or something like that, what we've learned is that people in peril end up having issues with motor skills and linear thinking. So it has to be a one push button that, once you push it, you're going to have help on the way. That's the most important thing. Number two, I would say, is not depending on like a hotel Wi-Fi system. Wi-Fi can fail and Wi-Fi can get overloaded. So you want to have a standalone system to send all the information over to make sure that when they hit that button, it's received instantly so they can get help instantly.
So let me get this. What I'm hearing is they're looking for a system that's going to make it really easy for an employee to call for help. Like it's a no-brainer and someone will be there in just a couple of minutes and they know exactly where the employee is and where to go. The other thing is that I'm hearing is the network. Hotel networks often get overloaded. A lot of employees downloading big files or customers are staying in the hotel. You need to have this on its own dedicated system. I'm assuming you're talking about leveraging a private network inside the hotel, but then using something like Wi-Fi as a backbone for the communications.
So what it would be, Jeff, is we'd put in a private network, and then that information would send to a gateway, and it would go out over the cellular network. So it could be communicating within the facility and also to like security personnel off the facility too.
Gotcha. Now, the other thing that I'm curious about is, okay, so someone's going to make an investment. The law is requiring them to. They're probably not that happy about it. Is there anything else they can do with that investment, or is it just a sunk investment one time?
No, that's a great thing about the platform that we're using allows you to monitor many different things. So you get it for safety, you get it for compliance, you get it for taking care of your employees, but then you can add things like you have different requirements for handling food for restaurants within inside a hotel or casino, for instance. They have the same requirements that regular restaurants have. So they often have employees manually taking temperatures every hour, a half hour, things like that. So when they get audited, they can show the government that they're meeting all the standards for handling food. Our system with sensors can do that for them automatically. And if something were to fail in their refrigeration system, say on a Sunday night, they would actually get alerted and they can go and save the food from spoiling and get a refrigeration technician out there right away instead of coming in the morning and finding it spoiled. Another great thing is leak detection, right? Big hotel, casino, lots of bathrooms. You want to know if there's a leak in one of the toilets, right? Because you're going to lose money because of that. And even worse, it could grow into a big leak and create lots of water damage. And that can even go into the millions of dollars of damage. You have a pool. Some of these hotels have pools, obviously. What happens if there's a leak in the pool? You want to know right away so it doesn't cause damage throughout the facility.
Well, forget about the damage. Think of all the rooms that can't be used, right?
Oh, yeah.
The loss of revenue would be enormous, right?
Absolutely.
So what I hear you saying is they're going to make an investment in a system, and then they can do some add-ons. And I'm guessing that we're not talking about a big investment here. I'm just curious, is it like a rounding error, or is it something they're going to notice on their balance sheet?
No, it would be a rounding area. It is a very minimal investment. You're just adding on these low-cost sensors.
Well, that's great. So, Rob, is there anything else you want to leave people with today about, these important systems and how they can benefit from them?
Yeah, I guess the biggest thing is it's really simple to install it, to use it, and to maintain it. It can actually save lives, and then it can be used for all those other types of solutions we mentioned earlier. So it's a great system to put into your hospitality industry.
Hey, if anybody wants any more information about this, make sure to reach out to Rob. Rob's email address is right here on the bottom, and I'm sure he'd be more than happy to answer any further questions that you may have or refer you to the right people in his company that can help. Hey, Rob, thanks so much for joining us today. I look forward to our next conversation.
Thanks, Jeff. I really appreciate the time.